I was going to go easy on you, not to hurt your feelings.
You f***ing irritate the shit out of me!
I'm only going to get this one chance. It's just a feeling I've got. Like something's about to happen, but I don't know what.
All I hear, go get the money. So I go get it. Hate means I do something.
Hey, what's going on, peeps? Welcome to Gap Selling Keenan 53. 53! I cannot believe we've done this many of these. So for those of you who don't know, Gap Selling Keenan is a real live sales call. A real salesperson representing a real company with a real product believes that I need that product or service, and so they're here to sell me and or my organization in buying it. If they can find a problem I have, we will buy. If they cannot, they'll be subjected to some Gap Selling Keenan feedback. Gotta have your A game. All right, those of you who have seen it, you know what this is all about. So this week we have a Mr. Jeff Wallerman. Jeff is from True Node Tech, and he's going to see if he can make it happen. So, my man, welcome, Jeff.
Thanks, Keenan. It's great to be here.
Yeah, baby. I'm ready for you. You got some good stuff for me?
I do. It'll be interesting. I think a little different than what you're typically used to with people that come on.
All right. Look, to me, it's all the same or it's all different, right? I'm just trying to pull this up so I can see the comments. But look, man, I'm always open and ready to buy and improve our ability to meet our goals and drive business if someone can help. So how it works is you got 15 minutes. Like everybody says, okay, I just get 15 minutes of your time. You get 15 minutes. Before you do that, I give you about 1 minute to tell everybody sort of high level what it is you do, so they have some context of what you sell. Then 15 minutes, you go and see if you can find a problem.
Cool.
Sound fair?
Yep.
All right, my man. So why don't you just tell everybody watching what it is you do, or the product or something.
So yeah, our company represents a new cloud database engine that secures, accelerates, and simplifies data management. We've got some other cool features beyond that, but that's essentially the nutshell. The reason I think that it's going to be a little bit different than typically what you're used to is I've seen a lot of people selling marketing products or SEO products or website improvement stuff. And what I'm looking to do is not to sell you something that's going to drive more business to your company, but to get you to consider what you're spending on IT and how we can get you to hold on to more of the revenue that you're already making and put it toward it.
All right, there's your minute. Go.
All right. Let's start with, are you in the cloud or on premise?
We're in the cloud.
In the cloud? AWS, Azure, Google?
AWS.
AWS. If you don't mind me asking, can you give me a rough ballpark of what you spend with AWS every month?
That's a great question. Wow, that's a great question. I have no freaking idea. I'm going to say not very much, or I would know.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. Like a couple thousand, or you literally have no idea?
Brady, do you have any idea? I'm talking to Brady. Brady, if you have any idea, text me that. I'm going to say less than $2,000. We only have one application sitting in the cloud on AWS. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so your website's not hosted there?
No, our website's hosted with WordPress.
Gotcha. And you're happy with AWS?
That's a self-diagnosing question. Come on, man. Come on. Look, you're number 53. I'm less and less nice to people. Come on, man. So I'm going to be nice, but that's not gap selling. Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm happy with AWS.
More specifically, were you affected by the AWS outage last fall?
Don't believe. Nope. And if I were, I didn't know about it.
Okay, fair enough. Since ASG began in 2011, how many IT updates, upgrades have you gone through? Like major transitions, not change in providers, but like large shifts.
None. We do everything we do. You got to remember, I'm going to help you out here. We do everything through cloud, third-party cloud-based applications. right? With the exception of our website and with the exception of our online training program, which the AWS costs, Brady just texted me, that's why I don't know what they are built into our into our support contract. So we pay developers to build a customized online training. They host that on AWS, and then we pay them a fee every month to manage, host, and support it. And it's $1,200.
$1,200 a month for those developers or for AWS?
For the support, which AWS is included.
Gotcha. What about third-party cybersecurity providers, third-party consultants, firewalls? You don't care about that?
Well, it's not that I don't care about it. We're too small. So what you're doing is you're doing a typical right out of the gate. You're here. Did you read Gap Selling?
Yep, twice.
Okay, then you self-diagnose yourself. What? Oh, sorry, we're not hosted by AWS. We're hosted by Google. It's Google. Sorry. So there you go.
Google, okay.
But it's still a third party, right? That we pay. But what are you doing right out of the gate? Like, what type of questions are you asking?
It's not that I was asking discovery questions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out more about your tech stack because I don't have.
You're trying to find out my tech stack. You're trying to find my tech stack. What type of problem is my tech stack?
The cost that you're spending on IT every month. That's what I'm trying to identify as your total cost of ownership for IT.
Then ask me that. You're starting with my tech stack, which is the technical problem, right? It's a root cause. You asked a couple of root cause questions, but you didn't then take them to a business problem. So you're just sticking in what's traditionally called the pain zone, which is a waste in Gap Selling. Did you do a pick? Problem identification chart?
I did. It's
okay.
What about a page and a half long right now?
No, good. What problems do you solve?
We simplify IT operations in general, and that's what I'm trying to drive at is the complexity.
I know exactly what you're trying to drive to, but I'm trying to help you. Everybody listening, this is the one for everybody. If you're trying to learn Gap Selling out of a book, it is a much more difficult concept because you misinterpret some of the things I say. So I know what you're trying to drive to, but the bottom line is my tech stack and the amount of how do I say this? My tech stack's a root cause. If you want to know how much I'm spending in tech, just ask me. So how much are you spending in technical support or IT in a single year? Ask me.
What percentage of your gross annual revenue is dedicated toward IT? How about that?
Zero. Okay, I lied. $1,600 a month. That's a stretch.
For your total IT spend.
Okay, if you want to include the revamping of the website, which I don't call IT spend, I call that marketing. But if you want to include that, I don't. I call that marketing. IT spend is the maintenance, the servers, and all that shit. So zero, because we're too small. So every application we have is a third-party application. Every single one's a third-party application, right? Our entire stack in the entire company, right? With the exception of our own online training. We had a third-party company to build it. So that, again, I could call that product development, not IT. Then to maintain it and do customer support, right? We pay them $1,200 a month. So it's sitting on Google, Azure, I guess. No, that's Microsoft, whatever, CP, whatever the fucking Google one is, right?
GCP, yeah.
It's sitting there with them. They're responsible for uploading and downloading, making changes, committing code changes, all that. They handle the whole thing. And in the background, we pay them $1,200 a month to maintain it and for our customer support. When something goes wrong, something isn't working, we send it to them. On the other side, we pay $400 a month to maintain our website, right? That's it.
Okay. What was the biggest pivot or opportunity or challenge that you had during the pandemic? Like how did your world change during the pandemic? And do you see that being a permanent shift?
Yeah, it is. So we pivoted to the online, which was already started before then, but we accelerated as best we could. So we pivoted to the online training, and then we went to virtual training using Zoom, and then did that for about 6-7 months at the height and the worst part of the pandemic when everybody was locked down, and sold B2C. And so we did well there. We're able to keep some revenue coming through the door because, like when it first happened, every one of our clients was like, we're out, no one's working. It was all training in person, so they all canceled their contracts. We offset a good portion of that, well into six figures of doing B2C, and then our customers started getting comfortable with virtual. So as we moved into 2021, they were all doing virtual, and business just blew up. We doubled over 2020 or 2021. Sorry, we doubled 2020, 2021.
You're back more to B2B, but it's more virtual than it was before.
We've always been B2B, but yeah. I see what you're saying. No, we don't do any more of the B2C, although I was just thinking the other day I might drop one just for fun. But yeah, it's, I don't know, 50-50, 60-40, 70-30 virtual to in-person. People have a choice.
And you travel quite a bit. You do business with companies all over the world.
But I haven't had to travel that much, right? I mean, I'm a 1K, but I think this year it's going to get busier in the summer, but I'm trending down because I don't have to travel as much because people do it virtual.
Right. And you see that sticking, like from what you hear from your customers, like they're going to be happy to continue virtual versus in person.
Yeah, 100%. They have a choice. We offer both. So they have a choice. So let me ask you a question now, Jeff. Where are you going with this?
I'm trying to get a bigger picture view of your total focus on IT, because I would assume that you don't describe ASG as an IT company. And so I'm just trying to raise awareness of how much time, focus, and money is spent towards IT, either spending or troubles. Just trying to get a bigger picture.
So ask those questions. You're asking questions about my traveling. How does that affect IT? You're asking questions about virtual. How does that affect IT? Because I told you we do it on Zoom. So it's odd. I just literally got off a training call this morning, so I have a rough idea of what you do. And they help companies move to the cloud. So I understand that when you're talking about affecting, now you tell me where I'm wrong, but I understand if you talk about where you can affect an organization, it's in their infrastructure management. So if I got a bunch of servers, on-prem applications, data warehousing, and all that stuff that's on-prem, and I'm spending tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars a year in resources, upgrades, server upgrades, connectivity issues, power, all that shit, internal customer support, all that shit, right? That could be that there could be benefits to moving to the cloud, making the applications cloud compatible, whatever the fucking word is, right? Allowing for greater interdependency and communication between the applications and the cloud, allowing access to remote employees through the cloud, not through my virtual private network to tap into, their application sitting on-prem, blah, blah, blah. That's where you provide value, right?
Yeah, that and allowing you to do more without relying on third-party providers. For instance, being able to do...
What type of third-party provider are you talking about?
I'm talking about allowing you to do streaming, paid private streaming channels directly on your website without having to rely on anyone else.
Okay, so that's okay. Now, if that's something that has nothing to do with saving me IT money, like you just took a complete left turn. Now you're suggesting that I build some sort of internal application, right? That is, I guess we'll call it private or our own, right? No.
Yeah, you could charge for it. I mean, however you want to set it up.
Okay, so watch what you did right there. Look, watch what you did right there. You said, and you could charge for it or whatever you want. That type of thing, that's product-centric selling. You got to flip and come in. I don't want to get in the business of trying to charge someone for streaming. That's not my business. I stay in my lane. Go.
But you already charge individuals for online training if they want. I mean, you take payments on your website right now.
We take payments through Stripe for an online pre-recorded training. Yes. I have no issues with that. None.
It wouldn't be easier for you to be able to deliver that directly on your website without using YouTube or Stripe?
I don't use YouTube. We have our own custom built learning management system that is on our own platform under gapsellingonlinetraining.com that you can link to and get to from our website. It is not on YouTube. It is not on Udemy. Did you not hear that? We built it from scratch. I paid a fucking shitload of money for this damn thing. But it doesn't cost anything. It doesn't cost anything to maintain.
That's part of that $1,200 Google bill.
Yes. So this is critical to you, Jeff. You really have to listen. I feel that you're trying so hard to find stuff. You're not listening to what I'm saying and building on that. I'm letting you go because I'm open to the fact that I might learn something and that I'm being too harsh on you or there's something else you do. But when I looked you right in the eye and I said, that Brady's dinging me now, I'm all caught off guard. Oh, I said we're a small company. We outsource all of our third-party applications. The only thing that we have from an IT perspective internally is our website and the online training program. We have really no issues with that. Our total quote-unquote IT spend, if you don't include building applications and IT spend, and you don't include marketing, building a website as IT spend, is $1,200 a year. I mean, $1,200, $1,600 a month, right? You should have been like, I don't see how I can help you. Or you should have said, okay, walk me through, and you should have dissected my environment to see if I got anything else going on. But I don't know how you can help me.
I agree with you that you are not an ideal client. I'm more just curious, and I'm trying to find out more about your operations. That's all.
Okay, I appreciate that, but here's the flip side. How does that value me? And everybody listen, this is a point for everybody online here, right? If you don't understand the value to me, then I don't see the value to you, and therefore this conversation becomes long and painful. And damn, okay, hopefully it paused. It'll come back in a second. It becomes long and painful for the buyer. So everybody listening, it becomes painful to the buyer. Right now, obviously, it's Gap Selling Keenan. I want to be a nice guy. I want to help you out. But if this was a real sales call, I'd be irate by now. I was like, what are we doing here? Why do you want to find out about my business? What's the value to me in that?
I was hoping to open your eyes to the total amount of spend and time and energy that you are putting toward IT, but it's clearly not a pain point for you. So it's not eye-opening. I get it.
Yes. So when you realize it wasn't eye-opening, you probably should have just shut it down. Right?
Well, I could do that, but I respect the time that you gave me for this whole opportunity here. So I didn't want to end it before the time was up.
Well, you should have, because what I would have done is I would have used the time outside of the sale, and you could have asked questions. We could have taken questions online. We could have helped people out. But instead, you just kept asking questions to find a sale that clearly was never going to exist.
Fair enough.
Clearly was never going to exist. So people watching, it's froze. I hope it comes back. But people watching are like, what the hell's going on? Like, what is he doing? Where's he going with this? Right?
Can you describe your average contract with a big client, like a global client, and like how that works out for you? Like, is it an annual contract, a few different events?
I absolutely can describe it. They're usually the training contracts. So we have a training. And so it depends. People pay based on the number of attendees to the training, and whether it's virtual or non-virtual, whether it's with me or whether it's with a certified trainer. But I'll ask the question again, Jeff. How is that going to get you to a place that you can help me? But I'm all ears. Walk me through this.
I would like to know whether or not there's follow-ups with individual attendees for one-on-one opportunities with you.
Not one-on-one, absolutely not. With the whole team, yes. But we don't do individual one-on-one consulting, even with paid clients.
Even if they were to pay for it? Like
Yeah,
there's no
because
value for them.
we work with a whole company. So if the whole company pays, I'm making up a number. If a whole company pays $100,000 to work with their sales team, yeah, we might have one-on-one conversations, but we sell to an organization. So we have the one-on-ones on Zoom. So I'll ask again. You keep saying, I want to know. You have got to connect. You have to connect, Jeff. Your question to value to me, not value to you. So I'm giving you the chance over and over. Why is that question, knowing what you do, because again, I know what you do now. Why is that question helping me or helping you help me? Walk me through it.
It's not.
So I don't know why you don't take the bait. End it. Be like, hey, Keenan, you know what? I really appreciate the opportunity, but based on what I've learned and what I've discovered, I don't think we're a good fit here.
I appreciate the opportunity, and I do not think that we're a good fit. However, before I leave, I have one last question for you, and I'd just like to know one goal or thing that you would like to achieve in the future, something more that you would like to add to ASG, something that you're striving for.
So it's for everybody listening, right? Okay, let me step back because you wanted to use the time. We'll use the time. Is that a question you would ask in any one of your sales calls now?
Yeah, because I'm interested in the future. I'm not interested in current pain points. I'm interested in future goals. Like we talked the last time that this didn't work out, you said that a lot of tech companies aren't focused enough on what you can do with the technology. And that's really what I want to get prospects thinking about, is what they can do in the future with our technology. Not necessarily solving current pain points, but what do they want to achieve?
Okay, this was great, and I'm glad I asked this question. Okay, so you're missing something, and this is for everybody paying attention. This is free training for everybody now. Nobody changes, Jeff. Nobody wants anything in the fucking future unless something is happening now that they are unhappy with. It's called untenable. Your current state must be untenable for somebody to change. Period. So if you ask me a question like, was there some place that I want to go in the future, blah, blah, blah. And the reason I asked, do you do this in a real sales call? If you would ask this to me in a real sales call where I wasn't getting any value from Gap Selling Keenan, being able to provide value to you and other people and work our brand, I would have told you to fuck off. Because I'm not telling, after you just told me you can't help you, I am not going to go into some long diatribe about our future strategic growth when I see no value in telling you that. Now, if I see value in telling you that, because by telling you that I believe you can help empower it, you might have my attention, but you did nothing with that. You weren't able to get me there. And so the bottom line is, if you believe you want to take someone there some way, you've got to ask questions that will get me to recognize that I'm not achieving something that you can empower. But right now, I told you we doubled. I told you that we have all of our stuff outsourced. We do not have an IT problem right now. And there's nothing prohibiting us from from achieving our goals that's IT related. Nothing.
Fair enough.
Right? So I think it's really important. So I want you to walk away with this in the future, right? When we talked that day, I'm glad you remember the conversation. And what I meant, and when I said to you that IT talks too much they don't talk about what can be done and how it can be created. They talk too much about their tools and processes. I meant that they don't understand why in the first place somebody needs to change. So when someone says to me, I'm making this shit up. I'm losing too many customers. Oh yeah. I can't get data out of my data warehouse, right? And my systems are not interoperable, and my homegrown applications crash when too many people from outside through the VPN try to log in, okay? The average technical person gets all excited, like, oh my God, and I can fix this and I can do that, and how much you spend, right? They never take the time to figure out what's happening because of that. How many deals have you lost? How much productivity is lost because those people log in and log out and then don't get the reports done on time or can't do their job? How difficult is it for you to make future decisions on product decisions or customers or whatever because you can't access the data? Once I have how all of that shit I just described is impacting your business, I simply get you to say, so where is it you want to go? Well, ideally, I want the entire organization to be remote, not just 20%. But I can't do that right now because they can't all log in at the same time. I want them all remote because I want to reduce our footprint, right? Our office footprint and the amount of money we spend on rent and that shit. Now, Jeff, now you've got my fucking attention. You see what I'm saying? Now I'm like, okay, you can do this for me. You can move this to the cloud. You can make it. You can do this. You can do that. All right. I will tell you anything you want to know now. But before, no, you got to find the problem, Jeff.
Heard. Like you said, I think ASG is too small, and you guys clearly have your IT covered.
That was good. See, I like that. That was good. That was good. If I ever come across anybody that could use your services that have some of the challenges, why don't you take a second to share with everybody here? Actually, what is your ideal customer profile? And what types of problems do they have that you solve that they should know if they need to call you? And don't tell me what you do. Tell me the types of problems they should have to call you.
On-premise enterprises that are reluctant to move to the cloud. They are spending thousands of dollars on new servers every 4 or 5 years. Because of remote working, they are finding it harder and harder to secure those endpoints in their network. We can secure all of that, and we can save those costs with the servers. Also, with on-premise teams, they tend to have smaller IT teams, and our product is designed to be much simpler and more efficient for smaller IT teams, thereby saving labor and time and getting IT people more focused on actual mission critical projects rather than just maintaining IT.
Okay, good job. So all those listening, that's Jeff from True Node Tech. Well done. But I got something else for you, baby. Because I was hard on you, so I got something for you. You're going to send a note to Paige and copy me, and we're going to give you a free access to Gap Selling online training. To get your own account.
I appreciate that.
Yep, it's $500 value. It takes you through the whole entire thing. It's about 6.5, 7 hours. It's fully interactive. It's broken down into modules, and it's full on written exercises, 100% custom built. It's all yours, baby. So you can come out of this a little stronger and a little better.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I got you, my man. It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
I appreciate your time, and I was expecting you to be harsh because that's what you do. You tell it like it is. So it's all good. You follow through.
It's all out of love. I want you to be better.
I know that. I know that.
All right. All right, my man. Well, thank you very much. Oh yeah, they're still there. All right, thank you very much. And hit up Paige or Brady, and we'll take care of you and get you set up. Okay.
All right. Thanks a lot, Keenan. I appreciate it.
Thanks, baby. You too. All right, everybody. To the rest of you, I hope this was valuable. I didn't get a chance to see all of the comments, but I hope you guys saw the value in this one. If you want to sell me, if you want to Gap sell me, I want you to hit me up, DM me on LinkedIn, or you can hit me up here. Oh, wait, here. I'll send it. You can hit me up here. Here. There you go. Here. And I'll bring you on. And if you have a product or service that we need, if you find a problem that we're having, we will buy. We have bought already. So some people have actually sold me. Okay. If not, look at it this way. You're going to get some amazing free coaching and up your game. And we are now, as part of this process, will always give free access to the people trying to Gap sell me, to Gap Selling training online. So you even get a chance to experience it yourself after the fact and get better. All right. So y'all, until next time, you know what I'm going to say? Nothing but I love you. Peace. I'm out.